You're up.
All right, bucket feeder. People wanted explanations. You got a yoga mat that floats. Takes a lot of weight to sink it down. You want to make sure that your float will go all the way to the bottom and not touch, because if it touches, it might get hung up when the sugar water is going down and tilt, and I drowned a lot of bees that way. Then you get you a net with no holes in it whatsoever. Size it up, center it, and then I drop a rock in the center of it, a small pebble, to keep the net from shifting left or right when the bees start working it. And then of course this has elastic on the outside, but I would not trust the elastic to stay for long. I would take a string or a giant rubber band and tie it so the bees cannot get around it. Then as the sugar water goes down, the bees cannot come in contact with sugar water, therefore they get to fly home and bring the stores to the house.
Okay, the question is, what kind of net is that?
It's a 5-gallon bucket for paint screen. I think painters will use it to screen out chunks that don't clog up their electric paint sprayer. Very fine mesh screen. No bees are getting through that.
No, I don't think they would. They can definitely get their tongues through it.
Yeah, and then if you can't find a thick enough yoga mat and don't want to go through the time of cutting all the holes in it, I laid a paper towel on top and folded the paper towel down into the sugar water, and it would suck the sugar water up like a wick, and the bees didn't come in contact with anything, so except for what they could stretch and reach with their tongue. I'd assume if you had more than 10 hives, you're probably going to need more than 2 buckets. The pack of these comes in a pack of 2 for, I don't know, $6-8 maybe, something around there. And then as long as you take care of them and don't leave them out in the weather like I do, you ain't got no holes, you should have no problems.
So easy, simple, and multi-year use, because anything is going to dry rot in the sun. That's one of the things I was going to ask, how many buckets per hive, because I know a tote feeder that I've used before, you need 1 tote feeder per 100 hives, or per 10 hives, because if you don't, you're going to have so many in there, they're going to push each other down into it, because mine doesn't have the screen. Mine's just got the floating pool noodles. Well, thanks for clarifying that up. Smile.